First of all, I would like to thank you for the kind invitation. It was such an honor to be here today. Since we are talking about startups, I'll start with the best definition I think it's around the web from Steve Blank. So what's a startup? It's a temporary organization designed to search for a reputable and scalable business model. And let's talk about Open Coffee. What's in it? Open Coffee, as Greg said, is a global community regarding new technological ideas and startups, putting emphasis on innovation and fundraising methods. So I'll take it a few years back. In February 2007, a well-known and aspiring entrepreneur, Saul Klein, among other founder of Skype and founder of Sitcamp and general partner at Index Ventures, had an idea. He announced through his blog that the next Thursday he would be in the Starbucks coffee shop downtown in London, and he would be available for anyone interested to meet him. So the concept was that there should be established a point for open meetings in a regular basis among entrepreneurs, investors, and anyone else interested. That's simple. No high expectations, no specifications. And in fact, after 1 week there was the meeting, and it was quite successful. There were gathered about 75 like-minded people keen on startups, and they know each other, exchange ideas, exchange stories, business cards, and they drink some cocktails. And so after that, Saul said, well, it worked well, it has fun, let's do it again. So this was the creation of the Open Coffee Club. Nearly not more than 6 months later, the idea had spread in more than 60 cities all over the world. So from Vancouver to Sydney, and from Seattle to Helsinki. Journalists and bloggers, marketeers and developers, venture capitalists and general people keen in technology were meeting and were enjoying socializing and chatting in a real world of social media. And so we move now. In the same year, September 2007, the concept was embraced in general, so it was in Greece, so it was Open Coffee Greece in general and Open Coffee Athens particularly, established here in Greece. The idea was that new initiatives and young entrepreneurs would promote their work and share their experiences with other guys. And so far, there are about 7 cities in Greece that held Open Coffee meetings, except from Patras and Athens. It's also Thessaloniki, Volos, Kalamata, Irakli, and Chios. And the most successful one is, of course, the Open Coffee Athens meetings. There are so far 65 such meetings, and there is a tight loyalty community of more than 400 people which are gathering every month in these meetings. So let's move on to Patras. The first Open Coffee Patras meetings were held from a well-known Greek entrepreneur, well-known as here in Greece as in San Francisco, Dimitri Glezos, founder of Transifex. There have been held 3 such meetings, but afterwards, due to his heavy workload and his departure to San Francisco, there was no one else left to curate such meetings. And now I'll move a few years forward, and about 2 years back, together with my partners, we founded a web and mobile agency, and we soon realized that there was not a network or a community with like-minded people to exchange ideas and experience and ask help if needed. We had recently graduated from the university. We were all full developers and we have no idea how to run a company. So we thought that it was a good idea to revival the Open Coffee Patras meetings, and we came in contact with the man who was responsible for Open Coffee Greece and Open Coffee Athens meetings, George Geralis, and we asked what was needed in order to take responsibility of such meetings, and he said, nothing, just do it. And it's a funny story. We came in contact with local entrepreneurs in the ICT industry, and when I came in contact with one of them, and I proposed him to present his work in the first Open Coffee Patras meeting. He said, oh, that's cool. Maybe you know Babis and Marios? I said, no, who are they? He said, they have invited me for the first Open Coffee Patras meeting. So it was kind of funny that the very same period and the very same date, we had the idea of revive the Open Coffee Patras meetings. So we joined our powers and we are holding these events since last March. So what have we done so far? In about 14 months there have been held 8 such meetings where there have been presented 2 funds, 1 acceleration program, and more than 20 startups. Quite of them are quite successful. So let's move on with lessons learned so far, if I am appropriate to give such a piece of advice. Number 1, the most important aspect of Open Coffee meetings and general such meetings is the networking part, where you meet like-minded people, you exchange ideas and experience. Maybe you find some appropriate guy to join you in your company, or just throw you an idea about a problem you may have. Number 2, it's a movement, generally, what we call lean startup, through which it's a circle which is based on build, measure, learn. First, you build something small, then you measure it, you take feedback from your customers, you learn from it, and it's all repeatable cycle. Third one, customer pain. Focus on your customers. It's the most important thing you can do. Get out from the very first day and ask them and see if your product is necessary for them. If not, maybe you've done something wrong. Number 4, team. Without team, you're nothing. And there are many things about a team. There must be commitment, there must be passion, and there must be bonding and chemistry among the team, and of course skills. It's never easy to build a team. And last one, think big. If you're thinking for something small and local, probably you'll stay there. And so, what's our vision? We just don't want to keep holding such events only to say that we create such events, but our vision is to know other people, like-minded people, exchange ideas, experiences, and build relationships and collaborations in order to build sustainable businesses that can stand not only in our city or in our country, but worldwide. Thank you very much.